Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. I don't know what EA Sports is up to right now, but I think most of us can agree it ain't it. Honestly, with yesterday's content, it felt completely like a joke with the game mode that has become the biggest joke of a mode inside of this game in 2025 because the rewards haven't been updated in 9 years. Man, it's just how Shapeshifters has felt to a certain degree. The content has felt unmotivating. Maybe this is a TFA rain video. I'm not entirely sure. But yesterday with the content, it was just a letdown. Sure, we have exchanges. Sure, I'm still enjoying the menu grind with this stuff here. But even EA made that a little bit worse yesterday. And it's kind of still the question of grinding for what? We're going to talk about that a little bit today, but we just need something to turn it around. We talked about in yesterday's video an idea for EA to turn things around with a great player SBC. Maybe that's not coming until footies. We'll have to see. But we do have a couple of leaks for a Evo. Looks like a free Evo, by the way, that could be coming out. And we do have some pretty crazy card designs leaked for FC26 just because they look wild. We got to look at that as well. And there are some upgrade packs coming today that could be potentially interesting. Let's discuss, guys. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up. And, of course, subscribe if you are new. Let's cover yesterday's content first in SBCs, where these player SBCs aren't even leaked days ahead of time now. They're just leaked the day of because I think the leakers aren't even excited to leak these cards. Daniel Munos was our SBC from yesterday. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. It's not a bad card. He has some very interesting stats. One of those cards that you maybe just get done with the exchange grind, right? Try it out for a few games. You try out a striker or a left wing with anticipate base playstyle. That's pretty unique. Still has the trickster. He's going to be fast in game, has decent passing playstyles, and the most important shooting playstyle, which is low driven plus. Would be nice if he had a base finesse or even like a base chip shot, in my opinion, as a left wing / striker. But I mean, it'd be a fun card to try out, right? For 187 or 89 rated squad. Maybe that's even too much. Well, you look in the squad requirements here and you see not one but two squads, and they're 89 and 90, and they require 2 team of the season or team of the week players. No thanks. I'm good. I'll go do a free Evo or, just get another card from Objectives and try them out instead. But man, those requirements are not it. Now, to the other SBC we had yesterday, this was kind of what I was a little worried about. The player pick that is so important to the pack grind that we have right now in this game with the exchanges. It went from an 83 plus 1 of 3 to an 82 plus 1 of 4. Now, this player pick at first, I thought it was going to be a huge L, because when I first started opening these, they looked awful, and I was like, no, there's no way that EA did this, and it's going to be terrible and all this. But actually, after opening a few more, they kind of go in spurts. They kind of go in rotations, if you will, because I did have some pretty good pulls, and we did hit some pretty good walkouts, sets of 5 or sets of 3, just rinsing through. I think these are still the one to do if you're doing the SBC grind with your gold rares that you get from the 85 and the 86 exchanges, kind of the lower rated fodder. You're talking 82 rated and below that we were putting into the 83 plus player picks. I think that fodder goes into this. I still don't think the crafting upgrade is the play, just being completely honest, because the crafting upgrade is not going to give you the chance at the 85 6s and 7s that even this player pick is going to give you. I wish this player pick was a 2 of 4, if I'm being honest, but at least it is a 1 of 4, and it does require less rares and commons than the 83 plus player pick did. Since it's a 82 plus, I guess they toned the requirements back down a little bit for that. That's a fantastic thing to happen. Have the game glitch out on me while I'm doing an SBC. But yeah, do the 82 plus picks now instead of the 83 pluses. The 1 of 4 aspect there is a nice thing, and the requirements are a little bit less. But still not as good as the 83 plus for sure, because all those 82s are now in those player picks, weighing them down a little bit. Now, as I log back into the game here, let's take a look at the actual rest of content yesterday, starting with the Shapeshifters draft token upgrade, which is only 86% downvoted. I thought they'd be like 97% downvoted. It is 6,000 coins to get a draft token, which is a 15,000 coin value token. But that's what I really want to discuss today, guys, is the Footdraft objective that EA dropped. We were expecting a cup. We were expecting something along those lines. And instead they dropped the Shapeshifters draft play. And at first when I saw this, I was like, man, if EA's giving us a reason to play draft, I would do it. Guys, before we even get into this objective, if I go and look at Footdraft, online Footdraft this year, take a look at this. The number of draft entries that I have this whole entire year of FC25, one. You're looking at the draft entry, and I've played 0 games of Footdraft online during the entirety of FC20. In June, we've had this game out for 9 months, and I've only played 0 games, 1 entry, 0 games of Ultimate Team online draft. Now, I played a little bit of offline draft for one of those objective that was released way back when, but draft has fallen off hard, man. And I saw this right away, and I was like, wait, are they going to give us a good reason to play draft? No. 87 rated singular player pack is the max group reward. 500 SP and just some random packs in here. And then, of course, you think about the rewards you're going to get from playing Footdraft, and you know those rewards aren't going to be good. Guys, Footdraft rewards haven't been updated since FIFA 16 when Footdraft was first released. That is the problem with Footdraft. That is why nobody plays it, and it's become the biggest joke of a mode. At its core, I think Footdraft is actually a really good mode, and it's really fun. But like, I really looked up this website from when Footdraft was released in FIFA 16, and I was like, man, this is when Footdraft was like fun. And maybe it's nostalgia that's talking here, but the real thing here that really got my attention was a Footdraft costs 15,000 coins still, 300 FC points still, or 1 draft token. Even if you lose your first match, you'll still receive a reward that matches the value of the entrance fee. I don't think getting 2 7.5k packs back matches the value of the entrance fee. And still, at this day and age, nobody's playing Footdraft because it has not been updated. And because the rewards and packs that we get now from rivals, that we get now from champs, that we get now from squad battles rewards, and especially what we get from the other kind of modes that would compete with Footdraft in the pecking order of most important, like the cups and the leagues that we get, those are so clear of Footdraft. Nobody wants to play Footdraft, man, unless it's just to try it out and have some fun, which if this is you and you want to play some Footdraft, then absolutely go for it. Like, I'm not going to hold you back and say, don't play Footdraft, but it's just like Footdraft in June. I could have been interested if they would have given us a reason to play this, but Draft needs a whole revamp, and that's the problem with Draft is I don't think it's going to get it. I think we've needed a Footdraft revamp for like 4 years on this game. Again, the example is Rivals rewards, Foot Champs rewards. What you get there for your time versus what you get here in Footdraft, it's not even a one-to-one comparison. Like, Footdraft is so far behind. But here's the thing. I don't think Footdraft is getting a revamp, and this might be sayonara to Footdraft. So if you want to play this mode to kind of remember it and maybe before it goes away, that's just maybe my prediction now because of what's happening in this next year's game allegedly from the leaks. Footdraft might be gonzo. It really could be because of this leak right here, and what we've already talked about with some of the FC26 news is that the live events and tournaments are going to be one of the main focuses of FC26, like weekly competitive and friendly tournaments each and every single week with rewards that are hopefully decent. Like, that's what we're looking like we're going to be seeing in FC26. So that really makes me think the Footdrafts could absolutely go away. Like, it could be, but man, like, I just saw this yesterday. I know a lot of you guys are thinking the same thing. It was just like, for a half second, I was like, oh, maybe EA's given me an opportunity to play draft and have some fun with the mode that is so nostalgic and that even was so fun for us back in the day. And then it's just like, with these rewards, no, in June, no, EA, you're not understanding what the player base wants right now. The player base, we as a community, is wanting something that feels worth it. The SBC grind to feel worth it. The players that we're getting in packs to feel worth it. Fodder is cheaper than it's ever been. Everything on the market is cheaper than it's ever been. The SBCs that we have for players, as we just talked about yesterday, don't feel as worth it to the power curve where we are at as they have ever been. It's just, that's just how it feels right now. Not worth it. And I understand the player numbers are definitely declining. If you look at numbers on videos, the numbers on streams, it is poor. It is poor for this time of the year. And sure, maybe Footies is going to bring it back, the pink cards, iconic promo, but it's just Team of the Season is really where it started to go downhill. But even if you look back further, Team of the Year is where it really just started to decline. And that's not like people, that's not us getting old or phasing out of the game or whatever you want to say. It's EA not speaking to the consumer and giving us a desire to play the game. I'm actually not even saying play the game, but to be on the game. Because sure, we have the exchanges now, but is it too little too late? what are we crafting with these? What's in packs and what makes it feel worth it to do these exchange SBCs? All of those questions are what we're asking right now. And that's really just leaving a lot of people to be like, yeah, you know what? I'll set the game down until something else cool comes out. So that's just, I think, how a lot of us feel right now. And it's disappointing and it sucks. And I'll be the first one to acknowledge and to say that it has not been good enough. We've been talking about it so much recently, and I don't want to keep rambling about it, but it's just painful, man. It just feels like a bit of a joke at the moment with this content. Like, there are some good things with the exchanges. Don't get me wrong. Like, if you're enjoying the exchange grind, I am enjoying the exchange grind. But, like, I can't do it for hours and hours and hours. Number one, you get an SBC ban. Number two, at some point, it doesn't feel worth it, you know? And we'll see, man. We'll see. But that's just kind of where my headspace is at the moment with this game. Like, I got to finish my foot champs, which, to be completely honest, I'm actually enjoying some of the new cards. That's one of the things I like about the game at the moment, too. I did the Shin Evo yesterday. This card's a blast. Like, I'm really enjoying this card. Liao, Kaká, some of the other shapeshifters. Like, I almost have a full squad of shapeshifters players right now in this team. I am enjoying that for sure. But it's just some of the other content in the menus when you look for some, enjoyment there, you're just not finding it. So that's my end of the yap there. Let me go what you guys are feeling down in the comments as well. Like, if you want to play Footdraft and just say, maybe this is the last Footdraft ever, I'm going to play a few games, like, go for it. Or if you like, that objective isn't that difficult to complete, you're right, it's not. If you're decent at the game, you will be able to get it done. But it just is like EA feels out of touch, and it just feels kind of like a joke at the moment with that, especially. So I really want to look to the content that is upcoming in some of the leaks, because at least there is a little bit of excitement there for me in this. You guys know me too. What I always say when you're struggling to find a motivation on the game is, go to where you find the most enjoyment in terms of what part of the game you just align with. Whether it's Evos, look for some Evo chains. Whether it's SBCs and crafting, you got the exchanges and all that. Or if it's the market like me, get in some trading just to kind of just get your enjoyment levels back to where they could maybe be, or at least boost those up a little bit. I bought some cards yesterday from the Shapeshifters Team 1, and I'm buying some today in Shapeshifters Team 2. I picked up some Sakas for like 420,000 coins and below because he dropped off a lot. Just the quick flip trades from both of these teams. I think a lot of people are feeling maybe what I'm feeling with these squads is these are the most fun cards to use right now in this game. Their prices fluctuate a lot. Puteus was down in the 1.2s. She's probably going to go up to like 1.3 highs again today. Here's the Saka at 417. Also picked up another Lukaku at 383. Love trading with this card. He went to 450 for a quick minute yesterday. I buy him every time I see him at 390, and he goes up usually to 440 to 450. So get on the market. There's good flips. Now, if we take a look at fodder, fodder actually did go up a little bit yesterday. 88s had a bit of a rise. Maybe people were just going and buying the 88 rated to the icon picks maybe a little bit, but more so I think the exchanges to get those opened and ripped and try to pack some good cards. Which, speaking of packing good cards, I'll say this. The number of Ronaldinhos and Cruyffs that I was sent yesterday on Twitter, on PSN messages, makes me want to open more exchange packs, man, especially from the 87 plus picks and the 84 times 10s. I saw so many, and I get it. When you pack a card like this, you're going to show and you're going to tell, and that's great, right? That's the excitement of chasing these cards, is potentially getting them and then having that just joy of using them, right? So if you get this, GG, send it to me. I want to keep seeing them because that motivates me to grind more exchange packs. But it just seems like a lot of people were getting Dinos yesterday and Cruyffs. So I don't know if that was just like a rotation theory, if it was luck, if it was some, I don't know what it was, but that was crazy. I don't know what you guys are doing to pack those cards for those who have, but I want some of it there. So that's going to motivate me to do a little bit more of the exchange grind as we head into today on Tuesday. Now, let's talk about Tuesday just a little bit and make this video a little bit shorter than all the other ones have been recently, because it just feels like it should be with the state of the game. We do have a couple of leaks, which could be interesting, could also be not that great. New center mid evolution is set to come to Ultimate Team soon. It's looking like maybe a max 92 Evo. If he's showing Zico here, quick step, pinged, and technical. Basically, it's move your center mid to left wing or to right wing, max 2 positions. That's going to be the big time limiting factor to this. It's going to really not allow you to put too many other cards in this. Remember how we had the striker Evo? I think that was max 2 positions for the cut and curl. That was the one that Mbappe fit into and looked pretty good. I think that was max 2 positions. This one's max 2 as well. 3 playstyle pluses, 10 regular playstyles. Maybe it is a free Evo. Maybe it could give a pretty good boost and actually make some cards go up. Like if you take a look at this Hamsik card, he went from 135,000 coins and now he's almost extinct, or basically is max price at 250k. So people are buying a few midfielders for this, but my advice would be selling the hype if any of those you have are up, and maybe just check your club for a card that could fit this. Hopefully this is dropping today. It didn't drop yesterday after it was leaked, but that one is out there. A center mid Evo, but max 2 positions. That's going to be really limiting, in my opinion. Now, to SBCs. Tuesdays have brought us some interesting SBCs thus far. Once again, I'll mention the player SBCs. We do have Nkunku Flashback, who's expiring today, and every single day we get a new player SBC of some sort, and usually it's not leaked until a couple hours ahead of time, so we'll be watching out for that. But I'm also looking forward to an upgrade pack SBC today, which I don't think the pack has been added to the code yet, but it's one of those SBC packs that you just do because you never know. The Tots and Shapeshifters Team 1 upgrade was dropped last week, and it basically gave you, I think it was an Ultimate Tots or a Team 1 player in a pack. It was one squad. It was pretty cheap to get done. I'm going to guess that they're going to drop either a Tots and Shapeshifters Team 1/2 upgrade, or maybe Tots and Shapeshifters Team 2, but there's no pack code that is out right now that says anything about Tots and Shapeshifters Team 2. So watch for a pack code update before the content drop today. That could be the SBC that we're looking forward to today on this game, because again, this was the Tots trade-in day during Team of the Season, so I bet we're going to get something else there. Should be just a quick, easy SBC to craft with the grind that is out there and the fodder that is out there as well. That's probably it for today's content, if we're being completely honest. Maybe an Evo, a player SBC, and that guaranteed pack there. Now, I want to end the video by looking at a couple of leaks, okay? FC26 stuff, which I know feels weird in the state of FC25 that we are in, with just the lack of desire and the lack of feeling the worth of playing this game, feeling worth it to be on this game. Looking ahead to FC26 seems a little bit weird, especially at the moment, but the beginning of the game and the reset, as I mentioned in a couple of the videos recently, does make me excited. I love the beginning of the game. I think it's the best time of the year. And some of these card designs that we're going to be seeing off rip are being leaked, including the Showdown card design. I think this is a gem of a design. I'm not so sure about the chains, I guess. I don't know what the whole chain thing here is. Does that really make sense for a Showdown? I don't know. But I like the little like shattered glass look in the background. That is a pretty sick design for the Showdowns this year for FC26. Last year around this time, we had a lot of Showdowns for the Euros and for Copa America. I wish they could even drop some Showdowns maybe for the latter parts of Club World Cup. I'm still holding out hope that maybe they would do something related to that, even though that's a FIFA-related competition once again. Like, EA could drop a Showdown with just those players. Like, that would be Inter Miami versus PSG, that matchup. Drop a Showdown. Why not? Like, 2 random players from both those clubs. PSG probably doesn't have anybody too random. You know, Inter Miami, they could do a cool version of Jordi Alba, even though he had a Team of the Season. I don't know, Busquets. I don't know, somebody from Inter Miami. That'd be a cool idea for a Showdown. But anyways, to FC26 again, this is the design for that. That looks pretty good. If you missed any of the other tweets from the last couple of days, these are the designs for the Hero, Icon, Team of the Week, Gold, and Pre-Order Icon. It's the Pre-Order Icon of the Hero that I want to take a look at. We've seen all the other ones. I think that Hero design looks sick. I mean, it's very different from the Hero design that we have this year. I like the FC in the background. I think that's kind of cool. I think it's very unique compared to the Icon card. It looks like marble-y, quartz kind of looking, like stone, with the darker, we called it kind of a copper color in the stream today with the Icon design. It's not as gold, it's more copper. I think that Hero design looks pretty cool. And then this design is the pre-order Icon design. So when you get the pre-order, a lot of us I'm sure will be doing that because of even how more insane these pre-order rewards are, making it feel like you have to get the pre-order to stay up to date with the power curve in the game and not fall behind. That's another conversation we're going to have throughout the summer. But this design here, like when I first saw this, I was like, wait a second, is EA just like, did they create some 3D like room here? Because this looks like a floor and then this looks like a hallway. Like in kind of an arch with a hallway that turns around the corner. That's kind of what I see there. The funniest comment of the day yesterday with this card design was somebody in the Twitch chat saying it looks like a bird cage with the circle look kind of there with the gold bars. I thought that was hilarious. It kind of does look like a bird cage, but very different, right? You see kind of a marbly on the walls. It looks like a floor, like you see the reflection. I don't know. I'm really curious to see how cards actually look on this. From the beginning, those will be the cards that we get as our pre-order icon official card. And then later on in the year, I'm guessing November. It's like in November every single year when these cards upgrade, we'll be getting some extra flair, some extra pizzazz around the side, and the animation. Maybe it'll have a little bit of animation in it, but just the design in general gets a little bit more unique. So I thought that design was interesting to point out yesterday from what was leaked with the pre-order icon situation there. So exchange packs for me yesterday, man, I did a couple more of the 1 of 10 encore icon picks. I did hit a Rio Ferdinand, so that was kind of cool. And those 1 of 10 picks are definitely motivating me to grind more exchanges right now. That's the most fun SBC at the moment for me, hands down. Not because I'm getting good pulls all the time, but just because I have the potential to get something good. And a lot of you guys have packed R9s and some good stuff. Julie Foudy was not a good pull yesterday. I mean, Rio's not bad. Rio's like 560k in the market, but now I'm waiting for an evolution for him since I've used up all the other Evos that he would fit in at the moment. The 99 defending Evo that he fits into and looks cracked. Of course, I've already used that on the Mr. Hudland, which allegedly I saw a tweet yesterday that Hudland may not be an FC26 because he was released by his club. I think it's Newport, right? He was released by either Newport or whoever he was on loan to Newport from. So if he's not an FC26, that would be a rip for the Evo legend. But that's one thing that I saw yesterday. Thought I'd mention that. And yeah, guys, I mean, we hold out hope for a little bit of content today. But again, my expectations and my hope are not that great. Fingers crossed that EA do something cool, do something fun before Footies comes out, man. We'll watch for more leaks and news because at this point, that's kind of what we're waiting on to confirm. Let me know how you guys are feeling down in the comments. I don't want to drag this out any longer than it needs to be. But if you enjoyed this video today, drop a thumbs up on it, comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. And I appreciate you guys watching these videos, man. Even though, you know, the game is not in a great state and it's not as fun, not as enjoying. We are not as enjoying it as we should be. I appreciate you guys showing up to the videos because you guys are legends, and I appreciate all the support. So we're going to keep it going through the summer. We're going to take a couple days off here and there, as we always do for like summer vacations and stuff. But we're going to keep it going into FC26 and just maybe see what EA's got for us, man. But I appreciate the support as always, guys. And if you enjoy this video, do this stuff. I'll see you in the stream today. Have a great Tuesday. It's been TheFutAccountant. See you later. Peace out.